Welcome to Thanks to Sank TV, brought to you courtesy of First Ave Entertainment. I am your host, B. Thanks to Sank TV is located on Instagram at Thanks to Sank TV. You can also find us on the web at www.thankstosanktv.com. We have to give a shout out for Carew of Fort Lauderdale, who's been in the building. They've been supporting us since day one. You guys check them out at Carew Multiplex. They're more than just a concert center. They also do bar mitzvahs. They do launch parties, et cetera, et cetera. Check them out. Thanks to Sank TV, we have an excellent show lined up for you today. We have Saskya in the building. We'll be back. We're back on Thanks to Sank TV, and we are here with the lovely Saskya.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
This is basically family of the show. She's been on the show quite a bit.
Yeah.
So it's nothing new. I think I interviewed you for a little snippet, so I haven't had like a full drawn-out interview with you yet.
Yeah.
But welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So let's get into it. You wear so many different hats. You know what I miss the most? I miss your skits. I really missed your skits. What's up with that? What happened?
Wow. You know, I was always doing music even while I was doing skits.
Right.
I always put my music forward and make sure that I let everybody know that that was my priority, that was my passion.
Right.
So I never had any intentions to give up on that.
Right.
You know, the whole skits thing, the whole social media thing is a new age thing. You know,
Right.
A lot of times we use social media. We don't even intend to use it that way. We just, showcase our personalities, and
Right.
if people like it, they like it. If they don't, we just keep doing our thing, whatever.
Right.
But that's really what it was with the skits, and I also was doing acting, so
Right.
it all made sense. But it's when you're an artist and you do different things, the best thing for you to do is to focus on one thing at a time. So there may be a time where I start doing the skits again, who knows?
Okay.
But it'll always have to correlate with music.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha, yes.
Yeah.
And your music, we love your music. We've had the pleasure. If you guys haven't seen the latest video, you guys have to check her out. Let's talk about your latest, the song that's like, I don't know, it went up. All the fans everywhere. People are just, giving you so much praise about it. And I love the song. I love the lyrics. Did you write it yourself?
I wrote the entire song myself.
Yes. And we're talking about Chemin L'amour?
Chemin L'amour.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly what does Chemin mean?
Chemin is the way, the path.
The path
of love. Yeah.
The path of love.
Yeah.
But it's not as
deep you would think, like,
right.
poetic.
No, but the song. No, I like actually when I was listening to the lyrics, I was like, oh, it's metaphors. It's got symbolism in there. I like it. Yeah. It's a lot of wordplay in there. No, but what I was initially gonna say is that it sounds like something that is just sweet, like the title itself. I guess I could say I make an inference that it's going to be something just sweet and romantic.
I know.
But then when you really listen to it, it has depth in it. It does. It has a sense of depth in it. So tell me about this song itself.
Well, the song, when I was writing the song, I had a lot of fun. I was on this road to figure out, I guess, my identity as an artist. You know, I was singing all the time, and I was singing covers, and I did an EP 2 years ago, but it was like all different sounds and everything. And I'm just like, I just need to really just relax and just reach deep within, you know, and breathe and just flow.
Yes.
So that's where the whole vibe came about.
It is
you know,
a nice vibe. It's definitely a vibe.
Yeah. As far as the Shimelamu, you see that it's talking about, you know, Shimelamu is just two people that vibe, that's you know, just happy and no drama, no issues. I'm a very emotional person, like, you know what I mean.
What's
like,
your sign?
I'm a Pisces.
Water sign. Yes.
Water sign.
Yes.
Terrible. Like I get like emotionally, like I get my emotions, I get attached, and I'm just like, I hate that about myself. You know what I mean?
I'm a Cancer. I can feel your pain.
Yeah, it always hurt me to be that way. So my thing is, I just want to be on that Shimelamu, that dope love, that you know, I don't have to stress like, oh my God, you know, like I don't like that. You know?
Does that even exist though?
It doesn't, but in my head it does.
My head too. Like I love love. I love love. I love all love, but like for me, like black love to me, I just love it.
Yeah.
So I do have those happily ever moments that play in my head as well. So I really, I can connect with what you're saying.
Yeah.
And then the whole emotional roller coasters that come along with it, and then I'm pretty sure you probably want to fix it too, right?
I want to fix it so bad, but it's such a thrill at the same time.
It is.
It makes you just feel so alive and everything. But I don't like that. I want to be right here. I want to cut all that stuff out. Like, stay on that Shimelamu and keep it moving.
Has anyone have the opportunity to embrace that side of you?
There has been, I can say that. But
we got real serious. We got real. Why she asked that question?
Yeah. I embraced it sometimes.
Okay, you embraced it. All right. We're going to talk more about love and success in just a few. Thanks to Sank TV. Stick and stay. We are here with the one and only Saskya.
Healthcare workers and nurses are in high demand. Take your first step toward a medical career today at Ideal Professional Institute in Miami Gardens. With multiple programs available, you can become a patient care technician in just 9 months, a home health aide in under 1 month, an LPN in just a year. Ideal Professional Institute is licensed by the state of Florida, so register now. Call 305-653-7886.
Sink to sink. Music is life. Yeah, yeah.
Muove. Voice to the man, just on reaching out to the world. Take banana.
Thanks to Sank TV. We're back, and it's a pleasure you guys coming and sticking and staying with us here on this journey. We are here speaking with Saskya, and we were just speaking about love and the journey of love, her latest single, rather. And right now, we're gonna go right into as far as being a woman in the industry. And we know that in every entity, we have to be upfront with the rights that women have and how, we're supposed to be equal, but we know that there's a lot of trials and tribulations that we go through in every arena. So I know that it's not any different when it comes to music is concerned. So tell us about your journey as femininity in music.
Oh man, I had to really just try to overlook a lot of things, with my experiences with people. And, as a person, you have to grow in life and anything that you do in your profession as well. And I've encountered so many like disappointments, people just not listening to me and what I have to say and not taking me seriously and looking at other things that's just like has nothing to do with anything. You know what I mean? Like the outer part of things, and people don't want to give you a chance.
Because you are a beautiful young lady.
Yeah. So
when they see you, automatically I don't know. I'm sure that they probably want to. Instead of looking at, the deeper inner core that you possess, they're looking at your physical attributes.
Exactly.
And they probably lead with that first.
You're talking, but nobody's really listening. And you really want to do something, but it's like, and it's a form of control too, some of the gatekeepers and stuff like that. So sometimes, at the end of the day, I don't like to bash anybody because I know that human nature and it's a natural thing, but it would just be great for us to have the same capacity, just be able to handle our business. If we want to get involved in things, we're wild creatures, all of us, you know what I mean? But like when it comes to business, it's like we just want some respect. You know what I mean?
Right. So do you think that more women need to be in those positions, those gatekeeping positions, so to speak?
Absolutely. It's gonna be difficult, getting there. But I do think we have a lot of women in power. We have things are slowly changing, and I'm just hoping for the best,
Right. And there's a lot of movers and shakers as far as women and the whole. I wouldn't say feminist movement is concerned, but in one aspect, that's essentially what it is.
Yeah.
And you see, I don't know if you've watched, I'm sure you've seen the media where we have Serena and we have the whole Me Too movement, and a lot of women are speaking up and speaking out. Now, as far as being a woman, that's one thing, but what about being a woman of color? Like, has that played any had any ramifications on?
Absolutely. And it's part of everyday life. I've had some experiences where I'm like, I came from Haiti, so it's like when I'm in my home.
Oh, you're born and raised in Haiti.
Born and raised in Haiti. So a lot of things I didn't experience in Haiti. You experience Grimel Chaudet, stuff like that.
What is the Grimel Chaudet?
Grimel Chaudet, bagay, whatever. But it's like all out of love, you know what I mean? It's not that deep, you know what I'm saying? But when you come to another place where it's like it's a melting pot, and it's like you just start to learn about yourself, like,
right.
I'm not just a Grimel. I'm way like different. Right. So all of that play a part,
So how do you combat it?
How I combat everything, you know what I mean? I know that hard work speak loud.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You just keep working hard. Your hard work will get recognized regardless of, of race, gender, whatever it is. You work hard, somebody's gonna take notice. So I just have to keep a positive mindset.
I love it.
And educate myself. And when I present myself to someone, I just make sure that I know what I'm doing. I did my homework, and nobody can tell me nothing. All that colorism stuff, like, listen, I do what I do it well. And someone's gonna take notice if you don't.
Love it, love it. Like, you sound like a motivational speaker as well. Do you have that under your belt?
I don't think I would take that title as of yet, because I know that some people have worked really hard at doing that, and they do it really well, and they are really far at it. But I have had some serious experiences in life.
I was just about to say, your experiences and how you present it.
I've had some serious. I came from a home where my parents. I was sheltered a lot, that's for one thing.
They're Christian?
Christian, grew up in church, and then I decided to do music, so I decided to become part of a world that is, just way far from my home,
Right.
So I was on my own a lot. I had a lot of growing to do, and I had to teach myself a lot of stuff. Being a Haitian American, a female, a woman, I had to teach myself a lot of things, and I took a lot of hits in the process of that, depression and all of the dark things that come with that. And
but now you're at the light.
I'm at the light. I have found the light. Thank you, Jesus.
We're at the light. Thanks to Sync. No depression here.
Nah.
We combating it one day at a time. We'll be right back, you guys. Stick and stay.
Yeah.
Sinks to Sinks TV. I'm here with Saskya. We're continuing our conversation about her journey through music, and she was just talking to us, if you guys, went to get something to eat or drink, about, religion and basically her journey through music, and something just automatically, stood out as far as how is your family embracing your journey through music now? Because I'm like, you're doing so well. So I would think that they would be, okay, that's my daughter. Petite femme. None of that? Any of that?
And in the beginning, it was really, really, really hard. Especially, like I said, I was out there on my own. My family was not involved, and I really wanted to do it, so I was just out there, at the studios. 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm just.
So you weren't living
grinding.
with them?
I was.
Whoa, they didn't kick you out?
No, because I really showed them that I wanted to do it, but they did not like that at all. They were upset.
Imagine.
And so everything was a problem. I wear my hair a certain way, it's a problem. I wore certain clothes, it's a problem. And then so eventually it was like my mom, even still now, my parents are like, well, you could have been a great doctor. You could have been,
because it's only doctor, lawyer, engineer, right?
You would have been a gorgeous lawyer, but I'm not a gorgeous artist.
Right.
So I even made a song for my dad some years ago. It was called Papi Sherry, just talking about.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, but I was talking about basically being unable to express myself to them or to him, and him not being there because he had just separated with my mom.
Okay.
And just a whole lot of stuff. And then that song actually made things worse because I had my uncles calling, hey, if you have a problem with your dad, you can call him and talk to him personally.
Oh, wow.
You don't have to put the family business out.
Oh, wow.
So I had pulled the whole project out entirely. Like that song, it's not.
So it's already on YouTube?
I took it down. I took everything down.
Wow.
Was
it sentimental?
I might re-release. Well, it was just talking about how I really feel. And I didn't really experience much affection like from my dad in growing up. So he's a very cold person. He's jealous. He's a jealous man as well. And he has 2 daughters.
You mean jealous as far as don't want you out there, like overprotective of you?
I'm sorry. Yeah, overprotective.
Okay.
So he's like, any little thing would tip him off. Like if you outside and you were wearing a short skirt and a guy said hi to you, he's like, well, if you weren't wearing that short skirt, nobody would. Problem. So he does it, but my dad never really hit me. So that's one thing. But he was very overprotective. So I put a lot of things in the song, and a lot of people can relate to as far like Haitian parents is concerned.
Of course.
He did not like to be the topic of that at all.
I can see both sides, but that just brings us to another a delicate part, but I know we're not going to be able to discuss it now, but about communication. Like, effective communication is essential in our homes, and there is there's a lack of effective communication in not only Haitian homes but Caribbean homes when it comes to the parenting from another country and you're coming here. Our people don't like assimilating. They're not going to change their ways and their upbringing. This is their culture, and this is how they do it at home. So guess what? They're here, and they're going to do it the same exact way.
I think there needs to be a class, though.
I mean, who's going to attend?
We got to make them attend. It's not a good thing for the young generation, too, because I know what I experienced as a kid of Caribbean parents, and it was not good at all. Like, you get out there in the real world and you're lost.
It's true.
And you're lost and sad, and you don't know who you are, and you can't even go to your parents because they're like, what is that? I didn't raise you to be depressed. I didn't raise you to be, so it's
I'm laughing, but it's not funny. I'm laughing at your impersonation.
And so now we have the younger kids, like my brother, he's 12 years old and 9 years old, so now I have to play a parent because I'm like,
I was going to say that. It's us.
Yeah.
It's actually going to be us. We are the ones that's going to have to change the narrative. We're the ones that's going to have to get in there in the trenches and say, okay, we know both sides. So, of course, we love our culture, keep the great things, but there's some things that do need a little tweaking, and that's one of them.
Absolutely.
That is definitely one of them. So how do you combat that? That's, you're a great role model. I know a lot of artists don't like to be a role model. They don't want to be put in that limelight, but you would be a great person, a go-to person to go to, because there's a lot of students or kids that are going through that right now. So how do they make that transition? Who do they look up to? Who can they relate to? And then you have that great balance. So that's...
I have been a bit vocal about that specific situation on social media, and I actually I've reached a lot of young people, younger kids. They reach out to me all the time, and I talk to them, and they tell me what they're going through. A lot of them have some really, really dark times, and I don't know what it's gonna take for the parents to understand that. And what's crazy? A lot of us grow up in church.
Right.
So thank God that,
You
that
have
stuff
that.
keep us in line.
Right.
Because a lot of kids who grow up in different cultures, with church is the farthest thing, God is the farthest thing in their culture, you see what they're doing out
Right,
there.
right,
So,
it's
but
not
us,
pretty.
we are grounded and we make it through. Like, we're
Right.
very, very strong. You know what I
Very
mean?
resilient. Yes.
Yeah.
That's the 1804
So-
blood.
Yeah, so it's like we get through it, but it affects us a lot.
It does. It
Yeah.
does. It shifts in other areas. It
It's a
does
very
shift.
serious thing.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry that I brought that up, but
No, it's okay.
it messed up my life. So, but
You're
I
still
fixed
here.
it. Yeah, I fixed
You're
it.
still here. That's the point.
Yeah.
You guys, we're still here, you guys. Thanks to Sync. You want more information about us, check us out at Thanks to Sync TV. We'll be back.
Sing to sink. Music is life. Yeah, yeah.
Voice to the man just on reaching out to the world.
Take banana.
I looser than, loose, I sweeter than, juicy. This carnival harvest, oh, God, loose, get loose.
We're back on Thanks to Sync TV. We're here with Saskya. Sky.
Hey.
I had to include that because I was told offset that I'm not saying the full name. So there you have it.
Okay, it's okay. I know Saskya might be easier for you though. It's cool. It's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. I actually like the name, and people think that that's your stage name.
No, that's my actual name. My mother named me. She gave me 10,000 stories about how she came up with the name because Haitian parents, they never have the right story.
Yeah.
And but it's a pretty cool name. It's Russian. It's from
Oh.
Russia. She's never been to Russia. Neither have I. So
How did she come? Well, one of the stories.
one of the stories was it was in a book. There was a girl that used to sing, and then there was a little
Look at
bird
that.
involved. I just held on to that story. So.
I love that because it's fitting.
Yeah.
It's very well fitting. So as far as we were talking about something that was a little near and dear to a lot of us, a lot of the Caribbean island people, and people of African descent too, where the whole parenting thing, where there's this juxtaposition with the parenting and us assimilating from other cultures and just trying to stay grounded in our faith and our discipline, and yet still have respect for our elders. And that's another thing too. It doesn't matter what age, it doesn't matter your age, like there's still a certain level of respect that you should uphold in our culture to people who are older than us, and it doesn't matter what they do. You're still supposed to carry this, this kind of reverence for them, which is not bad, but in some cases we do need to speak on a lot of issues that we're going through, which is, the whole miscommunication. There's a lot of miscues going on. And I was saying earlier, Offset, like how I think half of the time it's not, their intention. I don't think that they really have malice behind it. I just feel like a lot of Caribbean people that's just how they were taught. That's just how they were raised. That's their upbringing. So unfortunately, they spew on this type of energy towards, their offspring, their kids. So what's your take on that?
I take that very seriously, first of all, because I know it's probably looked at as a really light situation, but it's a deep situation, and it's a situation that's actually ravagé, the young Haitian American communities, and I like right now I'm like a parent. I have 2 small little brothers, and I'm like, I do not want them to experience depression. I do not want them to get out of there and be lost and not knowing who they are, and I don't want them to I want them to know what it feels like to be loved and to feel affection from someone, so I learned to say I love you to them. So that was the first time I ever said I love you to anyone in my family was to my little brother.
Nice.
And that's the first time it was ever repeated in my home, and like nobody's gonna be like je t'aime or mel or something. It's like it doesn't happen. My mom, my dad, I never saw them kiss or anything like that. It's like really weird. And then on top of not showing affection, they have this authoritative character about them, where it's like they want to show you all the time, this is their house, this is their world, they brought you here, they can take you out.
Yeah.
So then you grow up, you're in school, you're in a different culture, you know, you have kids, there's a social standard or whatever, and you have friends and they dress a certain way, they act a certain way, and you're forced to be a total outsider.
Right.
You know, I feel like sometimes they dress you a certain way out of spite. Like if they're mad at you, like mom, calm you down, put this long ass skirt on.
Don't forget the ribbons.
Pause that song. So I remember because it happened. So you have that. That's just it's a really, really harsh way, because it's like, you know, that is not their fault. Sometimes they really don't know the trends and everything.
Right.
That's fine. But then sometimes they do it as a form of punishment. Like you gotta be like this.
I
You
never
gotta
saw
be
it like that.
Girl,
I
I
never
seen it
saw
all.
Like it's
I
punishment
seen it all.
with the ribbons and the. I thought it was just that they weren't assimilated and they weren't, like you
It's
said.
punishment because I don't want you to grow up, so I'm gonna dress you like a little
Oh,
kid.
you mean even throughout high school, in middle school,
In
and high
ninth
school?
grade, I had little things in my head. Okay,
bless your
girl. And I was a rebel when my mom found me
You had
taking
clothes in
them
a book
things
bag?
off and putting my little big girl things on. She was like, "Oh, mbareu." So
Ninth grade, yeah,
it
that
was
was spite.
torturing,
That was
torturing. And you know what happens is that you just don't know who you are at that point because you're being bullied at home. That's really what it is. It's that deep, okay? It's that deep because they don't know they don't know if it's a form of bullying, but it is. Like you gotta learn about like the time. You gotta
Right.
learn about kids. Learn about what makes them feel good, what makes them feel happy.
So you were intimidated to stand up and speak up for yourself and say, no, that's
Never
not right?
spoke out at home.
Oh.
I'm until this
You're a
day.
good kid.
I never can even face my dad. I am. I really am. I grew
You're a
up
good
following the
kid.
rules.
Oh,
so
that's awesome.
I never until now. I just don't talk to my dad sometimes because I'm like I can't really express myself to him. I can be like, you're wrong for this. You know, you shouldn't do that. So sometimes I just don't communicate with him because of that. Because the moment you tell him that he's wrong, it's over. Like the relationship is done. There's no fatherly daughter.
But then is that a relationship by you holding it inside? Okay.
There's no
like, that's not
It's
any
not really
reciprocity.
it's like you. I want to please him all the time. I want him
Yeah.
to talk to me. So I was like, I'm just not gonna speak my mind type stuff. You know what I mean? It's really bad. So I mean, it's much deeper than that. You know, just growing up like this, it really made me a different person. You know, once it was time for me to grow up, I'm like, I could never even like feel like a woman. Once I became one, I'm like, I felt like a little girl. Like I want to grow. You know, I don't want to be rebellious, but I want to get the heck out of here. So you know, just going out there and you know, just all of the anxiety, all of the emotions that you held in, everything, and then depression starts kicking in because you start dealing with your own issues, professions, everyday life, you know, social, whatever it is, and then you get into depression, and it's a very common thing among young people, especially young people who come from these strict houses, and depression is a very dark thing, you know.
Right.
You can't. It really is.
We have to go to a break real quick, but we're gonna come back and discuss a little bit about this and a little bit about your up and coming projects that you have, because this is a topic that a lot of us we take lightly and we don't really dig into it, and it's something that needs to be in the forefront. We really need to start talking about this so we can save our culture. It's not only a case by case scenario, it is culture wide. So we'll be back. Thanks to Sank.
healthcare workers and nurses are in high demand. Take your first step toward a medical career today at Ideal Professional Institute in Miami Gardens. With multiple programs available, you can become a patient care technician in just 9 months, a home health aide in under 1 month, an LPN in just a year. Ideal Professional Institute is licensed by the state of Florida, so register now. Call 305-653-7886.
We are back at Se21 TV. We're here with Saskya. Sky.
Hi.
Hello. So we were kind of Debbie Downer, but it is something, and it is an important topic that we must discuss. And I'm pretty sure a lot of those, I guess, different journeys or different experiences that you have, you also embed that in your music somewhere, somehow?
Yeah, they really motivate me because I want to be so amazing beyond that, So it makes me just work harder, know, because I had to really fight to break these cycles and move away from the idea that this is what I'm supposed to be. And I'm this person today. It took a lot of work. So
do you still yearn for their approval, your parents?
Nah.
Oh, look at that.
I don't yearn for nobody's approval.
I know that's right.
At all. And I prayed for that for so long. I'm just so happy that I have that.
Because I know for a fact that's one thing that keeps us not, I guess, catapulted into the next level. We always want that one person in our lives that we're like, okay, when this person, like, I guess subconsciously, when that person's on board, then guess what? I'm going to be this way and I'm going to be that. It's like we always low-key yearn for that person's approval. So
the thing is that as long as you need people's approval, it means that you're, if you don't feel worthy, you don't feel worthy, right?
Yeah.
And when you don't feel worthy, you start to appear unworthy, and people, they don't care about you.
That's true. That's the energy that you exude.
They don't care about you. So you work on yourself, start to believe that you are worthy and needed, and people will ask for your approval.
Because you're all over. I know you're in Haiti doing your thing. You're all over the country doing your thing. So let's talk about some of the projects that you've done in the past. I mean, you guys can't see our camera guy, but he was chooking a little bit. And he was basically talking about a project that you did in Haiti. Let's talk about that.
I'm sorry, what project?
A video.
Oh, my latest project. You want to talk about my latest project?
Yes.
Okay, so
We had to shift gears, you guys. Bear with us.
which project particularly? I mean, so I've been performing in Haiti quite a bit lately. I went back to my hometown, Cap Haitian.
Oh, nice.
After 16 years, and
Wow.
I visited my old school, Collège
nice.
Pratique du Nord.
Okay.
And it was it was fun, and I performed at La Caille. For me, it was just amazing, so special. It was a great moment for me.
Nostalgic. I'm home. I'm back.
Yeah, I visited my old neighborhood. It was nighttime. Every time I go to Cap Haitian, I end up, because I go for work, I haven't really gone just like that yet.
Pleasure.
And I visit my old neighborhood at night. I don't really get to see it during the day. When I get there, I don't want to leave. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm just like in heaven. But
What's the difference between what's for those of us who don't know? At night, what's the difference in the
I
atmosphere?
visited at night because I'm so busy.
Oh, I'm thinking it's a big shift or something. I'm like, what, they have lights or something?
No, because I get so busy, and I'm like, I want to go to my city. They're like, we're gonna take you nowhere, and by the time they take me, everybody finished juicing me up, and then they take me to see
How
my
is
family.
it when you go back?
As far as the
The
treatment,
people, yes.
Whew.
Because they automatically, I mean, you're from another country and you come to Haiti, they treat you like royalty as it is. So how is it when you go back? I mean,
okay, so they do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't make light of it.
They do. Like I said, I haven't gone there like for long during the daytime, so they haven't, killed the goats and all that stuff for me.
Okay.
So, but my aunt wanted to cook for me rice, sauce, and legume.
Kill
right
the
then
goats
and
to
there.
eat, you guys. Don't call PETA. It's to eat. We eat goats, okay?
Well, good thing I don't eat goats anymore. So.
Okay. I do.
That's so. But anyway, but yeah, I mean, it's just so much love. It's overwhelming. I really don't even know how to react sometimes. I'm just like, ma tante, how about besoin faire ça, ma tante? Oh. And she's like, no.
Yeah.
C'est pour me faire ça pour. I'm like, she's such a sweetheart. She, so I mean, it's just a lot of love, It's
Nice,
just a lot
nice.
of love.
And how do they like your work?
They're amazed. Like they're like in disbelief every time I go there. They're like, I can't believe, like, my aunt, she always told me, you knew I loved to sing. You never told me you wanted to sing.
Is that your maternal aunt or your paternal aunt?
Maternal aunt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's
I was
like,
gonna say, how's that conversation with your dad and his sister? But that's your mother's sister.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
that's my mom's sister.
Okay.
So I'm really close to her because she spent a lot of times with us when I was in Haiti. She somewhat raised us.
Okay.
So while we were in Haiti, so I'm really close to her. So she looks at me like a daughter. So she's like
Nice.
overly like, oh my
Nice.
gosh, she raised me up high. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So as far as up and coming projects, real quick.
I have what I just released was Chimelamu, which you guys can have a chance to see.
You guys have to look at the video.
Okay, I hope did you guys
It's
see
nice.
the video?
I saw, of course.
Okay. All right, perfect. So, well, that's my baby right now, but
Yes.
I am in the studio right now with some amazing people, some amazing producers, and I'm working on some new music. I have not, come up with a collective, like a body of work, but I have a lot of different songs that I'm really hoping that I get to let people hear soon.
That you wrote yourself? Mm-hmm. Nice. She's
And-
written them herself.
And just traveling. I'm definitely traveling a lot more. I'm performing like all over this. I mean, before the year ends, I have like a huge stage that I'll be performing on with some amazing artists, like unbelievably amazing.
Okay.
And
it's a secret. So you guys
I can't speak
know-
about anything. I have some
Yes.
serious stuff coming up that
So
I
you
can't really
guys
divulge right
know
now.
that you have to follow her and contact her for more information. Don't send her any DMs, you guys. Wait, let me stop. I'm not your manager. Can they send you DMs?
You know what? With the DM stuff, when it's business related, it gets lost in the sauce.
So you don't send her DMs.
Because people send me DMs for like any little thing. But you could send me something important
be your Shimelamu?
before you know it, it disappears. So it's definitely follow me, and I try to respond to everybody. If it's business, I'd rather an email. But if you want to say hello and congratulate me, I'll definitely respond.
All right, so where can we contact you for more information?
Just go on my social media. Everything is there. It's Saskya Sky. Instagram, Facebook is Saskya. Everywhere else is Saskya. And
Can you spell it for us?
Saskya, and then Sky SKY.
There you have it. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you here, being authentic and transparent with us. that was pretty.
I don't
neat.
like to be vulnerable, but I know it's gonna help someone. So
It definitely will.
Thank you so much.
We saw, we accepted, we embraced it. You guys, we gotta do better, people. We just have to do better. And it's not just our culture, and we're not bashing our culture. We love our people, but we really have to make a collective. Just come together and just do better, you guys. Se21 TV, nula.
Yo pa konen kote nou soti.
Watch 5 TV.
5sur5tv.com.
Yo pa konen ki bon nou prale.
All we watch is 5 TV.
Hey, 5sur5tv.com. The greatest show right now.
Nan 5 sur 5.
I watch that show every day. 5 sur 5 Red branché.
And you're watching 5 sous 5.
Nan 5 sur 5.
Ouais, pas ouais, flip, toujours branché 5 TV.
5 sur 5, the best show right now. Nan 5 sur 5, c'est là nou prale, yeah.
You're watching 6 sur 5 and keep watching. Je regarde 5 sur 5 chaque semaine.
5 sur 5 TV, son TV show exceptionnel.
5sur5tv.com, c'est le me garder chaque jour, man.
I remember 5 sur 5,
every time Sanchez say keep it live.
You're watching Se21TV.com.
Sink to sink. Music is life. Yeah, yeah.
Move it, move it. Voice of the man just on reaching out to the world. Take banana.
We're back at Thanks to Sank TV, and we've reached the final segment of our show. We are here with the lovely Saskya Sky. Thank you so much for sharing a part of your life and your journey with us. You guys be sure to check her out on Instagram and all the other social media sites. Check out her latest, She Me Lamu, on YouTube and all of the other music outlets as well. Carew of Fort Lauderdale, we thank you so much for allowing us to be in the building. Check them out on Instagram at Carew Multiplex. Also, check out us on www.sinks2sinktv.com. We have so many excellent shows lined up for you. Stick and stay. Till next time, I'm B. LONGCHAMP.